And welcome back. Well, The Wayward Women is an Elizabethan-style comedy inspired by William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. It pits fearless Amazons against hapless men. The Wayward Women is produced by Theatre Red, which works to provide substantial roles for women, education and training for artists, and support for new playwrights. Marcy Doherty-Else is the co-founder and producing director for Theatre Red. She is here along with the playwright of The Wayward Women, Jared McDarris, and Allie Rice portrays the Duchess Penty Celia in the show. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
You know, I love it here because Theatre Red, I think, is wonderful. You're providing these great, strong roles for women. So talk a little bit about what Theatre Red is if someone hasn't been to your shows yet.
Great, yeah. So my husband and I founded Theatre Red to provide substantial roles for women on stage and off, and provide women in the community a chance to take on roles that maybe they wouldn't have an opportunity to do, and just provide more opportunities for them on stage. Also supporting local playwrights and putting new works on Milwaukee stages is one of our founding tenets, as well as growth and craft for artists. So we always try to do something different with one of our shows that provides a learning experience for the cast and gives them an opportunity to learn either stage combat or, in this case, Shakespearean verse.
I love, yeah, you guys are known for your combat, which we'll get to in a minute. Wayward Women, though, how does that fit in then with everything you're doing? What did you love about this?
So this is a play about a society where women rule.
Love it!
Love it. So it provides a lot of great roles for women and actually takes a lot of character types that are typically played by men, especially in Shakespeare's canon, is sort of, Jared kind of borrowed from some of those great archetypes, and allows a woman to play the role. So I loved the chance for women in this play to get to play just a bawdry sort of woman with no apologies, a very pious sort of woman with no apologies, a ruler, just a schemer, just all of these great opportunities to take on a role that maybe women wouldn't normally get. And it does feature 8 women in the cast. There are 3 men, so we don't exclude men from the cast, but the story is told from a female point of view, and it's driven by the women characters. I loved that opportunity. Of course, it's a new play, and we love to do local work by playwrights and put new works on the stage. Jared actually wrote our very first play, so it's kind of special to us. The very first show we ever produced was 1,000 Times Good Night, and he was our playwright for that. So we're excited to bring him back and do another one of his plays.
So you liked his work, Jared. Tell us a little bit about this show. You know, we've kind of got the background of it. For you writing this, I find it interesting that a man has written a show for all women. How did your perspective come to life in that, and how did you give women a voice that you felt they deserved?
It's, well, anyone who works in theater can tell you that there is a dearth of opportunities for women performers on stage. But anyone who works in theater can also tell you that despite the fact that there aren't a lot of opportunities for them, there are a lot more women actors around than there are men actors in most areas. I'm certainly not the first man to write a play that supposedly focuses on women. I mean, I hope this one does effectively. But a lot of even like very respectable work will have what we call, you know, strong women in them, and there'll be like 3 or 4 women who are all strong and don't take nonsense from people, but they're all sort of the same person. So I guess the major motivation behind this play was to find diverse opportunities for characters that could do things more than just, you know, be strong and stare at people and do have faults like drinking and partying all the time, or being an over-pious hypocrite, or there's one character who's very uncomfortable speaking in public, and over the course of the play she's able to start teaching unreasonable people how to behave themselves more properly, as opposed to just what we call the strong woman trope or stereotype of just someone who doesn't take the leading man's nonsense, because now the leading man is sort of marginalized to the side a bit.
What is a verse play? If somebody says, you know, this is a verse play, what does that mean?
Well, obviously, you know, Shakespeare's the easy example of that. It's what we call iambic pentameter, which at its base is just ba-da, 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 ba-da. Ba-da, 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 ba-da.
So it almost sounds like a poem, a little bit of poetry.
Yeah, it's very much poetry, even in Shakespeare's time, people didn't talk that way. So yeah, I guess you call it elevated acting style or elevated excitement. But it's not like, I mean, I guess there are a few rhyming couplets, but it's not constant rhyming couplets. It just sounds more rhythmical. One of the cool things about iambic pentameter is that that's the English language actually sounds that way most of the time. So it doesn't sound too alienating. I mean, if you have good actors, it doesn't sound too alienating.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Well, and for you, Ellie, let's talk a little bit about what this means to you to be able to play this role. You've been in Theater Red before. This is your second show with them. How excited are you to portray this character?
I think just kind of taking off from what Jared was talking about, there is a very limited window of what an empowered woman means in theater. And I think the opportunity to like embody these momentous decisions and have these stirring speeches that are usually something that is like left to the kings of, you know, like Shakespeare in any kind of world like this where we're dealing with these grand situations. Like the opportunity for me as a woman to be able to like have that and not just like worry about what my ruler husband is doing and being supportive and, you know, like just being in that sort of second tier supportive position, but being the one empowered and making those decisions and decreeing things it's exciting, and it's a little like it's intimidating.
I love it. I think it's great. I think people got to come out and see it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going on July 13th through the 22nd. Sorry, it's at 7:30 p.m. at Theater Red. You can visit theaterred.com for more information. Monday the 17th is Pay What You Can night, and then the preview is this Wednesday the 12th, and that's the throwback. It's just $9. Otherwise, tickets are $18 for all the other nights or the Pay What You Can night as well. Thanks so much for being here, you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Very excited. I got to come out and see this one. All right, still ahead, we're going to share a simple and nutritious smoothie recipe. And after the break, summer in Wisconsin. Are you chilling? Taking a few days off work? We're going to tell you how to enjoy summer and recharge without letting your business suffer when we come back.